we are live.
These songs.
And we are live.
I'm the type of nigga that will fuck your witch because your witch told me that you act like a bitch. But that was back.
I thought that was the
Hey, you made me rethink.
Whatever though, whatever.
The most violent songs I've ever heard. You just made me rethink what an artist you just played.
I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You giving sneak peeks of my song. Welcome to the 31 Forever podcast, where we always making little mistakes like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we are who we are.
Perfect.
Yeah. 31 Flavors, legendary hip hop crew out of Detroit. Why is it legendary? Because Freak of Nature is part of this. Ease is part of this. Beej is part of this. Shep, Spot, many others. So many. Because we're in it. Started in basements, attics. Like we would have to be quiet before we went upstairs. Cause Swing Studio, because his mom, you remember she had to work the night shift.
Or she just, like, do that. She just wasn't having it. But it's a brotherhood though, man. Really, it was just a brotherhood. Hip hop fraternity, whatever you want to call it, back when Detroit had no shine, and a lot of people have stemmed from experience, have been around,
No doubt.
Yeah. But mainly because hip hop, man, that's what we always represented. We did it just because we loved it. You know what I mean? So tree stump style. But yo.
Yeah. So my name is the apostrophe S. Yes, God bless. I'm here with my partner.
It's your man Christopher Lee. Today, Murder, Death, Kill. I'm MDK. With a topic at hand. With your man Chris Lee, the freaking nature. You already know. No need to say more. It's right there in the screen.
No doubt. So what's up? What's been up with you, man? How was Mother's Day and all that kind of good stuff?
I mean, my whole fam back home, so I sent my mother a little message, a little meme like remember it's food in the house. Remember, no, we ain't going out. Joking with it. But I wish I was home to be with her or whatever. But
what about the other mother in your house? Your wife?
I was gonna say we was here with little mama, big mama,
big mama and little mama.
Right now, but family time. That's always a good time, brother. What about yourself though, man? I saw you in your pictures. You always had the silly face. You had several pictures and you was with your mother.
Oh yeah. My mom came by the house. Actually, we went to brunch first. I took my wife and daughter out to brunch. So we did a nice brunch or whatever, and then we went to. Actually, my wife set the appointment for brunch. We were supposed to go to this place called San Morello. It's like this nice restaurant in the Shanola Hotel, but she picked the wrong day. So we pull up to the valet park. I'm doing it big, get her out the car. We got on red. She got on all red, like this jumpsuit. I got on this red shirt, and Zoe got on red.
Coordinate.
So we walk into the Shinola Hotel, and we go into the place, and we go right up to the front. And I say, 3 for Cason. She said, "Do you have reservations?" I'm like, "Yeah, 3 Cason. Put us in the nicest seat." And she was like, "I don't see the reservation." And then my wife looking through her phone, "No, I set a reservation," and she set it for the following Sunday. And I just took it all in stride. I just took a big inhale and was like, "It's all right, baby. We figured it."
Hey, that's a hilarious story. But how do you even go from Mother's Day to the most violent songs? You know what I mean? Like,
oh, we get to that. We'll get to that. But Mother's Day,
what I'm saying, that's a crazy transition, though. Yeah. No, shout out to the mothers. My fault.
Mother's Day happened. My mom came by the house, though. My mom did come by the house, and we did Mother's Day with her too. So,
that's sweet. What you made? You cooked dinner?
I can't cook a lick, man.
Oh, really?
I can't cook at all. I was over at D Nasty house. All of them cooked. It was like D Nasty was talking about barbecuing. Somebody else was talking about cooking. Everybody else was talking about cooking. I'm like, yeah, she go cook her own. I took her out. I paid for the brunch, so that's what
There you go. I guess if you can buy food, you ain't got to cook, boss.
You cook?
Yeah, I can cook.
Yeah.
I can cook at least to feed, just to survive. But I can cook. I actually worked in the casino for a number of years at Motor City Shout out to all my people still in Motor City Casino. You know what I'm saying? G-Man, Big Don. So I learned from there. It was really like I was really a food runner, but you know, being around cooking and they be asking me to hook stuff up for them because I was working for the employees.
So today we gonna do current events.
Right.
Basically, we always do current events, and then we do a short interview. So if somebody get in here and want to be a part of the show, let us know in the chat. I'll send you the link to get a part of the show. Today we're talking. Our topic is hip hop too violent, or you know, is it just right the way it is? You know what I'm saying? Get over it. You know. So think about that, and then the top 5 of the most violent songs, the most violent songs we've ever heard. You know, so we will get it.
Whoa, like is that too much?
It's always the ability to go too far in anything, you know.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. Comedy, everything. Like, wait a minute, they might have went a little too far.
What we call it says send him the link. Blue out says send him the link. I think I still got his email. I'm gonna send it to you through the email, Blue Out. Yeah, that was somebody calling you. That you can send them. You can send it to him.
I'm trying to see if it's.
Let me see. I can send it to him. But what's on the current event? What's on the current event roster, man?
So, man, what I'm seeing is crazy. Is you know, there was a recent cyber attack on a major gas line, and it's a pipeline that goes from Texas through the South all the way up to the East Coast somewhere. And I guess I don't know who or whatever, but they did a Trojanware, took control of it. You know, ransomware. So they're ransoming. I don't know if they're vague with the details, but whatever the case, the media put out, said that, you know, gas prices might go up. And you've seen a few, I've heard some stories, but it ain't too bad, but you have seen it go up a couple pennies, you know.
Yeah. It hadn't gone up crazy yet, though, but that's crazy that they can take over a fucking
Now that infrastructure, really, when you think about it, that's part of an infrastructure. So if it does, or you know, whatever the case may be, you will see some strange things when people don't have gas or different things, you know. Like we were discussing this earlier, man. Should people stock up? Like I watched the news, they talked about it, and it almost felt like they was like, well, no need to go out and rush and get gas. But to me, it almost was gonna send certain people in a panic the way they said it. Like, don't worry about it, you know, it might go up a little bit, but
it was things that people getting they was going kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was putting 20 things in they, you know, you get what I'm saying? Putting cases of
got 100 gallons in their back in their trunk, in the back of the truck. Just being greedy too, like, you know what I mean? But do you stock up? I mean, you should stock up and you should have resources to get you through a certain amount, whether we have it or not. You should probably have a bag so you can get up out of anywhere, and it might not even be nothing, no hood stuff. You know, something might happen, like inclement weather might cause you to have to flee, and you should be ready to go. You know.
Yeah. I'm trying to see how to send them this link real quick. How do I send this?
Email.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it.
Yeah, that man. He said, "I know that part." I know that part.
Yeah, I get that much. Yeah. Right. I'm trying to figure it all out, man.
I mean, when we putting it together, when we putting this thing together, and you like, man, I sent it, and I'll be like, bro, can you send it to Black Planet? And
I'm gonna be honest, man. Y'all niggas be like way behind on the technology shit, but they be like, I be trying to explain stuff, be like, hey, Shannon, how you I'm like, man.
I mean,
go to YouTube. Look,
it's all tough when you ain't running with you know,
and figure it out. You know. Now I sent it to you. I sent it to you, Blue Out. Yeah. So what one other thing, so we talking about, okay, on the gas situation, I was trying to find a thing. I'm gonna be honest. My wife, she'd be like, go get gas, because the gas is going up.
I don't know. Yeah.
And I'm like,
no, I
don't even drive my car.
Right, correct.
I'm not driving. So I'm like, why do I have to go run and go get some gas? Because my gas bill has been very low. Because I put all my gas on one card, right? So I put it all on one card, so I know what my gas is for the whole month. And sometimes my gas had been high as $500. You get what I'm saying? If we was driving a lot or whatever, and now my gas is like $150, and that's high. Sometimes it's under $100 because I'm not driving anywhere, you know. So I'm like, if the gas prices go up, you know, it don't affect me personally, but I know it affects industry. You get what I'm saying? So it affects all these truckers and all that kind of stuff because they're having a problem actually with the truck, a shortage in truck drivers. You know, you get what I'm saying? All that shit is happening.
That's the weird thing. Like, I ain't trying to conspiracy or whatever, but previous to this, I was hearing that they couldn't get drivers to drive the tankers. You know, I'm kind of in the transportation industry, and that was the word. Like, well, nobody wants to drive the tankers. You know how they saying they can't get people to work. And they were saying that was the reason. Like, we got the trucks with their parts. So it's like, I mean, I ain't accusing nobody of nothing, but I'm scratching my head. Like, you know, that's a lot of look at wine, yay, grand wine. But you know, that's a lot of odd facts, bro. You know what I mean? But whatever the case, I feel you. I don't go nowhere, but you do have children, and they starting to open up the world a bit. And your daughter might want to. I don't know what's going to happen. You're gonna move around. You know, if you move around, you need gas.
No doubt. So what else? What else is in the news? It kind of go into our topic. There's one other one.
Correct. There's I believe, you know, I didn't get the full. I might have had you elaborate on this, but you were telling me a young man killed. They found out who killed Pop Smoke. Wow, 15-year-old admit to killing Pop Smoke over a Rolex. Detective said. I don't know. That sounds, but. Maybe that's the story, bro. I don't know.
I'm glad you said it that way because there's always more to a story. You know what I'm saying? We see topics and we see like taglines sometimes, and they try to sell you the story to read.
Wait a minute.
But there's always more to it, you know. So I don't know the whole details of that.
I don't mean to cut, but Pop Smoke, I forgot he was the one who got killed. But right before he got killed, he went on. He had a party, I think. He might even went live before or after the party. I don't know the facts, and showed money, right? Like, I think he showed money or jewels or something to that effect. So, but that sounds shady. That sounds fishy just to me, because a lot of times, you know, it'd be somebody you know or something. I don't know, but that could be it. Maybe a 15-year-old saw that, went to his house and tried to get him over a rodeo. I don't know.
Well, that's the challenge of
hip hop detectives.
Look, this blew up. So I had to level up tech wise, as Shan was saying. I need to get a different mic. It's all good. Even if you just use your mic, just use your phone. You can just use your phone. The mic on your phone is actually pretty good. But that's the some of the consequences of social media, like showing everything that you do. That's a consequence of showing everything that you do. Now, you do get a lot of followers by being that open with your life, and I like that we like our artists and our celebrities are super open. You can know exactly what they're doing at all times. But then the challenge of that is in hip hop. You know, in any industry, basically, you got people who may not have characters. They may have other you know, personal pursuit.
Here we go.
No, do your thing, and if you post something and show your address, they gonna come get you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come see about it or whatever. Pop Smoke was, I mean, it's funny about this too.
Like,
No, go ahead, go.
Hold on. Yeah, no, like you said, that was if that was the truth of what I heard and what happened, then, you know, I don't know. That's you shouldn't show. I know it's different nowadays, but even if you're gonna show off like that, you don't do it at your house, or you go somewhere where, because if to my understanding, again, if facts ain't wrong, I thought they got him where he lived or something, or where he was laying his head.
No, he was in LA. He went out to LA for, like, you know, you travel when you're a big time artist or whatever. So he went out there, but he was taking pictures, and they say one of the pictures showed the address, and niggas know, you know, where you might be at, so they went and saw him. But the one thing is too, on artists who's recently died, you know, rest in peace to them all. But at the same time, I didn't know a lot of people's music
Yeah.
until they died, and that's not a good way to really get your music around. But at the same time, like Extension, I had never listened to him that much. And then when he got shot and killed, I started listening to him. Amazing artist.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because our nephews and them used to like it, and just how they look at us, like I like that golden era. I'm looking at okay, I like them, but it made me sad. That's all. I don't
exactly. Yeah.
They just gave you a certain feeling, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But
I had never listened to Pop Smoke. I at least I didn't know I was listening to him. If you know, then when he got shot and killed, I went into Pop Smoke and listened to his shit. I was like, okay, he got the different kind of voice. His voice, you don't sound like him.
He's
you know, huh?
He's dope. He's dope. He's one of the. They taking out all the real rappers. Like, ain't gonna be no. Maybe it's a real conspiracy. They taking out all the harvest. Because even your boy, man, Nipsey. I'm gonna tell you, I had a job driving, and so we would use the company vehicle sometimes, right? So my man, somebody left Nipsey in there right before he got killed, like that, right? Months before he got killed. And I left it in there, and I just happened to ride with it. I mean, when people got in the car, I wouldn't have Nipsey bumping, but never know why he was in the car. I'm taking it back, whatever. And I was like, this dude is incredible. Look what he talking about. He talking about, money management is in the black community. He talking about he gang. One of my favorite lines used to be like, was raised to shoot at black men, never felt the satisfaction. I mean, so he talking gang stuff, but he like, never was feeling that. I'm always feeling this. And I was like, wow, this dude's lyrics is elevated. And the next thing I know, he was gone. Like before I could even really appreciate him and go back and be like, he's hot.
I'll agree with you there too. I knew Nipsey. I listened to Nipsey, but I didn't listen to him that heavily until
Victory Lap.
Until he in that Victory Lap. I like the one song he had on the other album, and I would listen to that one over and over again. I forgot the name of it, but then Victory Lap became like I listened to that over and over again on the road. I would listen to that, and then I don't want to say his name wrong, but the last part of his name is Duck, and he out of Chicago. He got killed in Chicago, and I listened to their music. It was more like
he tells stories.
It's like an F something Duck. Yeah. But he was dope. He was kind of good. And then King Von was the story.
That's what I'm thinking
when King Von got killed, I had never listened to his stuff. I went and listened to his shit. And of course I loved it because it was like he was telling like these deep ass stories.
He was
in a hip hop song. I'm like, that shit, with the way he was doing it, I'm like, damn, that shit is dope. The way he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Did you like it?
Love him. Yeah, I liked it. When I listened to it, I was like, yeah.
FBG Duck, you got it.
Blade, Icewood, Proof. I mean, we lost a lot of cats who really didn't get to their apex or whatever. That's just getting to the apex. So that brings the question too. Is this rap to blame? Is violent hip hop causing people to, or is there something behind it? What what I mean? Like,
and I'm gonna tell everybody out there listening, because it's mostly crew out there right now. Hey, look at the comments and you see the stream. The stream is right in the comments. You can jump on the stream. Let me see. Let me put it in it's right there in the comments. You see the Legendary 31, that StreamYard. Just copy and paste that and we'll bring you in the show. But that's a good question. Is hip hop too violent, or is it just right the way it is? Get over whatever.
Yeah. Is it the blame too? Like I say, like you can remember when NWA came out, there was a lot of finger pointing. This is ruining, and this is why. Or was the community already bad to begin with, and they was just shining the light,
just a reflection of the times. What's your take? I don't,
I mean, my take on a lot of it is it's entertainment, and if I can't blame the parent or whatever, but just as a person, if you listen to a certain song and it make you want to do these kind of things, that might have been already in you, or maybe you need to do a little more. I don't know. Soul searching, people are different, but the song doesn't make me want to. That's your influence. If you're influenced like that, that's terrible. Even though I can't lie, music creates emotion. So we was just saying, XXX, you listen to that, you might start to feel a little sad or slow. motion or slow vibes, whatever it is. So, what about you though? What's your take? Do you think it's just entertainment? Do you think kids listen to this and they go out here and get guns and want to shoot people and want to sell drugs and do you think that's the reason why it's like that?
I believe there is an effect of on music. You said music sound waves. Music has been around, it's studied. Just say music has effects on people, right? So knowing these things, yeah, it's gonna be an effect. And if music, like you say, NWA,
right?
NWA was like one of the first real big artists. Ghetto Boys was dope. All them got it got some kind of effect. Now, to the effect of the person, if it's influencing you to go shoot somebody, no, I listen to it all the time personally.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Everybody isn't me. You get what I'm saying? So like talk about Louis Vuitton, Coogee, all that kind of shit. Motherfuckers want to go buy it, but then you talk about now this shit was happening before hip hop. People was getting robbed, people was getting shot, people was getting killed. So what's the effect of hip hop? I was gonna bring you in, D Nasty. We got Blue out in here.
Okay, there we go.
Free. What up,
What's up, man? What's up?
Chilling, man. Glad to be here with y'all, man.
Mega.
You already know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like these things were already going on. The problem was it did expose now who it might have affected, and we know we're gonna say people of lesser melanin, but also even kids who maybe even had two working parents who were good, and maybe but people who didn't know about the hood, it exposed them to things that were happening in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Hip hop. Let me not say it's gotten too violent. Hip hop has gotten too. You know how Kami used to say, "I used to love her."
Yeah.
That's the state of hip hop now. Like it really is. Like as older heads, of course, because we appreciate being young and wild and unbounded about things, as these younger guys are. The only difference is that there is a lack of empowerment in a lot of their music. There's a lack of education. There's a lack of morale. There's a lack of there's a desensitization to death like I've never seen before. There's a desensitization to the old values of put your dukes up if you really got a problem. Like they're literally saying in their song, "We don't like to fight. I just tote the pipe." Like I've studied this whole Chirac, Chicago drill phenomenon and how it spread through hip hop. If you look at the influence now, even these old grown ass rappers is catching it. And that's the only problem I have with it.
That's one problem.
Like
stay in your lane.
Yeah, man, you're supposed to be an OG of this shit. There's no way in hell you should be doing a drill song at your age. But
some people might get with the artist, but
because these little niggas is way too real and keeping it real goes wrong all the time. These little niggas, these older heads is catching up. They'll do a feature with you, one or two, but they're forging their own path in this rap game, but unfortunately, it's only helping further to industrialize the power and the ownership of it away from us as a culture, as people. You know what I'm saying? It's and that's only.
I almost gotta disagree just a little bit, and I only say that because it's always been there. Like as we were just saying, it's funny.
Yeah.
I'm hearing what you're saying, but it's funny because right, because all my people, I was thinking from our generation.
Yeah, drill beats is crazy.
You're always gonna have that aspect, like Dr. Dre and improved it, like controversy sells, like.
And most of the time, Dr. Dre and them was lying. They weren't even doing all that.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, my wife was
making up scenarios.
Hey,
after NWA, they were mostly making up scenarios. You know what I'm saying? They weren't talking about the shit they were actually doing.
They were just telling you what was going on.
Right.
You listen to Express Yourself, and Dre said, "I don't smoke weed or cess because it's known to give your brother brain damage." And brain damage. What was his next album? Your next album was The Chronic. I ain't dissing it. I'm just saying this. That's
the album starts off. It starts off literally like that.
But my point is, when you know that it's entertainment, and okay, this is what he's saying, and when people take it, and but drill.
That's where I was going with it too. The thin blurred line between reality and entertainment with it all. I don't want to mistake like what I'm saying is a condemnation of these younger brothers and what they're doing. I just remember how proud we were to give it up to our OGs, because our OGs left something behind for us. And then that's a kind of a twist in the conversation too, because older heads can't complain about these young niggas if y'all didn't leave them behind no real blueprint to doing what, you know, if all the rappers didn't do what Jay-Z and Nas and all these other moguls did, you can't complain, really. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, you know, civil rights movement gave way to Black Panther. Black Panthers gave way to Bloods and Crips. Bloods and Crips gave way to all these different factions of gangs that we have now. And now it's prevalent in the music because there's no guidance, number one, at home or in the schools. Everybody's afraid of each other. Everybody's afraid of the youth because they are wilding out. I live in New York. I'm in Texas right now visiting. I live in New York. I check the news every day. The kids are bugging out, and they all on that op shit. They all on that, you know, like they don't even like it. That's the only sad part about it. But
now, the one thing I really agree with you on too, and your point of view is keen. I like your point of view. This desensitization. If you hear like certain shit over and over again, you think that that's normal and natural, and in some of it, like the drug talk and a lot of that. Not to say we didn't have that as well, but you and there's still diversity in hip hop. But I think sometimes some of the shit I be listening to, and I do like this, but the Chicago shit, because I was in Chicago at the time of the Trill Hop.
Right.
A lot of this shit was going on. So it's a lot of the gang life.
Reality, man,
is on the music. Like it's part of the music in a sense. It's happening in the music. You know, that's happening in real life. But you know, I wish. Sometimes I listen to it. This is me personally as a 45-year-old man, and when I'm listening to this music. And I would even say some of the newer music, like I'll listen to Griselda, or I'll listen to Freddie Gibbs, and certain shit I like.
Right.
And certain times I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Would you play this around your mom?
I live this with their thing.
On a positive note, on the flip side of that, this generation has, to me, solidified the return of that so-called, or that what we feel, or what people know, who know better, that real hip hop, the return. There's a lot of hope. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys who I admire, the J. Coles, the Kendricks, the Big Seans, the XXX Station. I like those, the punk rock kids. I like some of those guys because y'all know me. I was a wild child. I was all over the place. So I clicked right into that. I was like, oh, I remember being like that. I remember running the streets with my mind on tilt all day, losing it. I remember hiding out at Freak's house in his basement for days, trying to drink 40s and chill. He's like, yo, my mom's going to get your ass up out of here. Yo,
you gotta leave,
I can relate to the youth.
My office hours.
I'm still very youthful in my nature, even at 44. I just turned 44, and I'm like, damn, I'm 44. I'm 40. That's what? I don't even feel like it in my mind, and my body's starting to feel a little bit. You know, I got to be a little bit health conscious about shit. But music wise, I can cut a rug still to any of this trap shit, the drill shit, the club music, the Jersey club bar. I'm still dancing like I ain't got no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I love all of it, man. I think the best thing that we can do if we want to help any change or influence any change with the young generation is just to congratulate them on feeding their families, regardless of Illuminati sacrifice, blah, 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 YouTube, all the other shit.
That's funny you said that.
These men are 16, 17, 18 years old trying to get their family out of the projects, out of the hood, right? But, you know, the whole keeping it real thing,
turn on the light.
Sword, because you can keep it real.
Pause, bro. Y'all seen that Michael Che? Y'all seen that Michael Che?
Oh shit!
Michael Che show or something on it's on HBO Max. Watch that one.
Yeah,
but he talks about that. He talks about. He said, "I say every black man got to do a blood sacrifice.
Yeah,
or do something gay or something else to get their deal.
Walk through that door, all that weird.
So he got a skit. It's a TV show with skits, and he talks about this. Go watch it, dog. It's kind of funny.
Aside from that, the music is entertaining. They are generating wealth for themselves. Yeah. I'm not hating. You know, I wish we had YouTube and SoundCloud. We would have been lit. Our shit, like people, my friends who I put on the hip hop, put on to 31 shit like that. They look at our shit like, oh, those are like the real gemstones of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I like that some of my younger counterparts, you know, from our area can still give it up to us. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm always surprised when I hear my name mentioned about anything. I'm like, what? I had influence? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm
But
glad nobody remember me for some dumb shit too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's awesome. But like for XXXTentacion and all these guys to be dying by the wayside the way they are so fast.
What up, Shan?
That's scary.
What up, Freak?
That's one thing that scares me about hip hop is that it ain't big. It's scary.
That's
it's like it's scary as hell.
Yeah, I remember.
What's your thoughts on this?
I'm just hopping in, man. That's why I ain't saying it. I'm trying to listen to how the conversation going.
But what I was gonna say too, real quick though, man, is that this is the thing about it. A music has always been. You could go back to Jimi Hendrix, anybody. It's a voice of the people. It's a voice of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like even with F Police or whatever the song was, it was what was happening. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we were saying, is the violent hip hop to blame with these violent songs, or is it the conditions of the world and what's going on? And some people, I mean, somebody say something crazy like, "I'm gonna go to our boy. I'm about to put our boy on blast. Love him to death." But B said it on the song. Something he said, I can't remember the first lines. He said, "You getting fucked with an AK." Now that's violent. Jeez Louise. You thought LL Cool J when I'm godless, man. It's on.
I know, but do you think do you think it's the mind state of the way they think? Because like we heard that shit all day long, it ain't make me want to go. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit they do, it didn't make me want to go do that. So I understood the difference between a song. Spice One killed 1,000 niggas. Everybody we know killed 1,000.
Spice giggity gangsta.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. No, it's fact. It is the mind state. That's why I mentioned guidance and the environment and the influence of today and what was left behind for these new kids and these rappers. Because my only real complaint about any of the new rappers is that most of the songs sound like really scary Halloween music with 808. I'm like,
he said Spice One, and Spice One, I love Spice One. One of my favorites.
I know. See, Spice One had
Spice was a cuss bot.
Spice One had beats. Spice One had music. He had production. You know, like West Coast.
Look, hey, you heard he just said.
Spice One cursed every.
Look, no, you heard he just said. He said they had music.
Right.
He don't want to say. He don't want to say the music trash. He don't want to say it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it ain't that it's trash. It's scary. It's a vibration to it. Like, not to make it all earthly, spiritual miracle, but like those literal frequencies of the 808 tones that they're using are mostly sharp, flat notes. Like the bass tones that they use, if you notice the chords that they use in these songs, they're mostly minor. And if you know anything about frequency and how it affects the body, like these things are real. Like, you know, not to make it too mystical.
Yeah, for real.
My thing is when I can feel that 808 in my chest and it's boom, 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 I'm like, yo, I gotta listen to this all night and then try to relax and have a drink or enjoy myself. But when I leave out, I'm feeling charged up. The same way you walk out of Rocky movie when you was a kid, you swinging at the air now. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Literally. So that's how I look at it.
It's 100%.
Right now, I will say this: as my old head in me, because I watched what y'all did and what y'all had to go through to make beats, and then I had to learn from that. I will say that because of the lack of work and craftsmanship that they even have to put into it, everything is touch a button, you know, drag, click, put it in there right quick, make a weird sound effect, and then put a truncate the shit 1,000,000 times, and you know, make it sound like Transformers, fucking whatever they be doing to the beats. That's the part that gets trashy to me after a while, because then I can't appreciate it unless I see somebody really doing it. Like when I see A-Rap music,
let's hear Chewy's thoughts on this.
Like A-Rap music.
Hey, Blue, I'll let Chewy.
We got to pass.
No. I want to ask. So when you're saying like, so you basically saying the craft in itself has taken a hit, right? It's more marketable now. Like it's not music. Yeah, it's not our culture anymore. So I'm saying that's what you're saying.
You can put the trap beat in a McDonald's commercial now. You can put a drill beat in anything.
They look at hip hop. Hip hop has become American culture, not black culture anymore.
No doubt.
I would agree with that. It's so industrialized that we're losing the ownership of it. Not even aesthetically. We're losing the ownership of the art.
That's big on.
You gotta get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying?
We're giving away the G code. You know what I'm saying? If you want to keep it that way. But as far as me looking at it,
of course they gonna do that. Like they not listening. Like, okay, anytime you got the young niggas beefing with the older niggas, that's what you're gonna have. Like, you look around, you look at the medical marijuana shit, right? So look at medical marijuana. Now they call it medical marijuana and they call it weed. The same niggas that used to be like, oh, that nigga's a dope nigga. That nigga, he's going to jail. He just that nigga. Oh man, fuck that nigga car. Fuck all that. That's the same cats, right? Now they'll embrace the white man or the Arab nigga playing the same role without the threat of going to prison.
I feel what you're saying.
And they prop those type of cats up.
It's looked at differently.
It's a lot of different stigmas that we didn't have back in the day with music that they have now concerning hip hop and the state of it, or the influence of it, or the industrialization of it. It's so many different weird stigmas now because, like, these little niggas, they're going tribal warfare with bullshit. They really will smoke your shit. You go to Rondo just had a show ever since his first show since the King Von shooting, and he had 50 niggas with him on stage, but there were 25 people in the audience. So
more people on stage than in the audience. Huh?
Yeah, right. But even still, when he left the show and went down to some like gas station or store down the way, somebody still sprayed at him, and one of his men still got hit. So rap is hip hop is it too violent? I don't want to. If I want to look at it just aesthetically and say, you know, if I was an alien from another planet, I would say, yeah, hip hop is too violent. But I understand what it is. It's not hip hop is too violent.
Wait. What do you personally say?
I'm saying if you just generalize it and go, oh, is hip hop too violent? Well, based on what I've seen, yeah, that's too violent.
Okay, so you said, listen,
because I know better. I'm saying that it's not the hip hop is too violent. It is scary. It has gotten more dangerous than it used to be as far as being in the industry. I don't know how you went from in the streets to in the streets, but you're still in the streets. Like niggas is still rapping like they in a trap, but they hold off in the studio in a rental somewhere in LA, but you can still get your ass smoked. No pun intended. You can still get your ass smoked. You know what I'm saying? Chilling. Because of everything you're seeing in the vibe.
Out west, they've been extorting cats for whatever you're doing. It ain't
we watch our own artists do it. You know, R.I.P. my nigga Darnell Lindsay, Blade Icewood. He wasn't scared to say what he had to say back to niggas, and they kept coming at him. He didn't change his tone or his song and say, "I regret what I said. I shouldn't have said that shit." He didn't do none of that. And
so I know what that was some rap shit.
But no, that's what I'm saying. That wasn't no rap stuff. They were putting right. Hey, Blue, hold on, pause. Blue, pause. Hold on. Blue. Pause. Hold on, man. Yeah, because some of the stuff we talking about, it wasn't all hip hop, man. He charged, but you know what I mean. Some of the stuff was street stuff. It was real life stuff.
Yeah. So okay, round table. Blue says
we got to get that. Hey, Blue. Pause. Blue, can you? Blue, he gone.
No, he right there.
His mic.
Oh, he's still talking.
I don't think he can hear us. He's still talking.
Hey, Blue out.
Yeah, we can't hear him.
I can't hear you. Something happened to your microphone, man. That brother can talk. Okay, so on you. I love that. On you, Chewy. Is it too violent? Because his mic is messed up, man. He don't know it. What you got to tell him?
I don't think it's too violent. I think it's just become the internet has given motherfuckers a platform, right, where they can be seen and people can believe a lot of shit that's not going on. So they put themselves into positions where you got like straight up gang niggas that they ain't rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like they looking to use music to beef with cats.
But they they're laundering their money, right? You know what I mean? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If they even be having the money, because like I don't know, man. Some of the stuff I be seeing, like it's like instead of calling the dude you beefing with on the phone, you gonna make a song, and this is whole hood. So you got cats that ain't got nothing to do with that, running around looking to knock their head off.
Yeah, because he jumped in the middle of what they got going on. In other words,
right.
Real life stuff, and you know the people with that kind of money are putting into it, but that's what it is. Hey,
because that's what they like. They like to see us kill each other, and they love that, man. They love that shit. You look at the motherfucking movie industry, like shit. What movies always become big in our community? Slave movies. They love slave movies, dog. They make a new slave movie every year, dog, and that motherfucker get an Emmy, Grammy, you name it, dog.
Bravo.
Yes. Listen, man, listen. It's not even listen. You like, and then the thing too, when
those
we
are
talk
violent.
about it, it's like if right, they love violent as hell. So look, if we was all white folk, and we conquered black folks, don't you think we would have all the movies that put us in that light?
You think we would? Or would we care that much?
We be proud of that shit. That's why they got Rosewood and Roots and 30 Days a Slave and going and rushing a police department and killing and all that crazy. That shit don't happen in real life.
So you said have Brad.
Fucked up though.
You
We ain't
said
gonna go attack no police department.
Have Brad Pitt getting his ass beat with a whip while he playing a violin type shit for no reason.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Look, you see how they act. And I'm gonna tell you the thing, right? When they did Django, you see how they reacted off of Django, right? Because Django was some real shit. So they ain't like that when Django was real. That really happened. So they didn't like that shit. They want to talk about roots and anytime you start talking about what's going on right now, no, they ain't trying to have it, dog.
So what you say is not too violent?
Hip hop in itself.
Hip hop. Just hip hop.
The people that are getting into it are too. They don't care about the money, man. They just want to be seen on. They think this is TV we on right now. Like they went to school and got a degree and they been making magazines and they got resumes and shit. They don't be into that. They like, nigga, I want to make a video with my phone and I'm finna go diss the niggas on the block over there. We talking shit doing, drive my location.
Then it become a hit song. Wow. It become a hit song, and they be talking about block. They be talking about neighborhood shit. You know what I'm saying? Become a hit song about neighborhood shit. It be people in blogs talking about stuff that they don't even know what's happening. You know?
Of course. Of course.
Right. Real quick, it was proven, man. Though back in the days, we all know that hip hop had its roots, and a lot of different things were popping up, different subcultures, right? And so there was that black movement. There was X-Clan. We started to learn about this and that. There was positivity. It started to be a move that way. And then gangster rap, you know, there was Ice-T and different NWA. We all know. And then we liked it all. But if you notice, there was an intentional, I feel, whether it was a business group that got together for prison, I don't know. There was an intentional, let's cut down. We didn't see a lot of that positivity. We didn't see a lot of that, you know, thought-provoking, different things that would make you think differently than just this. This was pushed. As much as we love I love it too. But this was
propaganda.
And they say, oh, it sold more, but did it? I don't know. We got some Public Enemy, you know, in comparison to back in the day, sold a whole lot of albums.
Yeah, you're right.
So you can't say that it didn't sell or didn't make money. It just was not pushed for whatever reason.
Right, but it wasn't money for them. You know what I'm saying?
So Freak, on your end, is it too violent? What you say?
I mean, this is America. If fast food became, you know, an industry that was able to make it so people don't even want to cook in their own homes no more, then that's the same thing with music. Because fast food music is easier to sell. They don't give a fuck about the artist dying or not. They're gonna profit off of.
But then you still got the mom and pops. You still got, you know what I mean, where you can eat good. And I'm talking about knowledge too in this music and all that.
Right.
Maybe it has some bull. It still has salt and some bull crap in it, but it's still some good nutrients to help you try to build up and be strong.
Plus, you remember they hated rap music, man. They hated rap music. NAACP, everybody was going at rap music, huh? So when that became the number two, because you know rap music was the number two. You know, rap music was the number two export.
There you go.
Why?
Knowledge.
Why?
Peace.
We go jump. Hey, look, Grand Wanye, we go jump right to you, man.
He get the floor.
Listen, is hip hop? Let's listen to my man real quick. Is hip hop real too violent, or is, you know, just, hey, get over it, man? You know, this is just music.
I think we was all talking about with this a little while ago about it's not really black and white. Everything is gray now. I mean, I think historically hip hop has always been a reflection. I think what we see is our world is a lot more violent. It's a lot more fucked up, a lot more corrupt than anything. And music has never been, you know what I'm saying, anything else but a vehicle to, you know what I'm saying, for the expression of the things that we see. So, you know what I'm saying, it's not really that the music has become more violent or become more corrupt, and it's driving, you know, everyone else. It's the vice versa. It's everything else is fucked up. So when we talk about, you know, like Freak was just talking about how you had different avenues you can go down. If I want to go listen to Karis, want to teach, I could do. If I want to go over here to the West and listen to Cube, I could. I got a whole melting pot of a lot of different things. But what people are seeing is that these formulas that get pushed, as they always have, media, you know, what I'm saying the people who owns the platforms, whether it be these you know, Facebook, Instagram, you know, before in our day was record labels. That shit is kind of distinct. I mean, you know, extinct right now. And so right now it's YouTube, it's these platforms that we are right now. More people can get on and saturate it with little to, you know what I'm saying, no investment. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you have people who, you know, invest a lot in it, but I mean, anybody, any regular Joe Blow can get on and have a voice where it wasn't like that before. So now it's just oversaturated. And also that same token, when people see these blueprints that come, you know, like, you know, before, you know, we would travel to New York and travel to Toronto, and, you know, with demos and push packages in our hand. You know what I'm saying? And all that kind of shit. We don't have to, they don't have to do that now. So now I can look at something and say, this nigga went on YouTube, got him a couple mics, got him a couple cameras, went on YouTube, made a trap beat, you know what I'm saying, rhymed on it, and, you know what I'm saying, it sounded like this. And these niggas is, you know, sustaining a certain lifestyle. So now it's kind of like carte blanche. Everybody and anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? All you got to really do is be consistent and, you know what I'm saying, and persistent with it. And you can get in and make your own lane, tour, you know what I'm saying, eat, whatever the case may be. And so now we see, to Blue Owl's point, we see people that might not be as versed in the, you know what I'm saying, our culture, like, you know, that we came up in, and that's fine, because, you know,
a lot of these young artists are able to get established without needing a label. That's what I do like about the younger generation. They start their own shit.
Labels is passe. You know, they got the 360 and shit like that, but that shit is passe really right now. So you know what I'm saying, right now it's a blueprint. Everybody's copying and finding a blueprint now. Where that second, as an old head, I guess if that's what you want to call us, you know what I'm saying, I have no problem. It's a lot of ways that they got going on right now. A lot of music, a lot of artists going on right now that I fuck with. That, you know what I'm saying, that I can feel. The problem is that when everybody takes that same blueprint and becomes that same persona, no one else has nothing else new to say or a new way to say it.
I was just about to say it. Yo, Freak, I was just about to say it. The Iggity effect.
Go ahead, Juan.
That's my gripe. That's my grievances and my gripe with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to get on and do this music, that's fine. But don't be the exact same. I'm talking about, it ain't even no kind of variance of difference. It's the exact same.
They even sound the same.
Yeah, it's the exact shit. So,
somebody, hey, what you call it, was talking about Biggie. Big Daddy Kane said Biggie called him, was like, he didn't say the rapper's name, but a rapper wanted to do a track with Biggie, but he wanted Biggie to lay his verse first and all that. Biggie ain't want to do it because he felt like my man was gonna bite him, really, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, because that unoriginality. But Big Daddy just told him to shine. You know? But check this out. I don't mean to. Hey, we got to get into this, Shan. I got to know. We got all these guys. Let's get this quick opinion, this poll, and we can go first or whatever. But I want to know the top 5 most violent. Since it's a lot of us, your top 5 most violent, either songs or it could be artists, if you know what I mean. It could be artists if you want to, but top 5.
Right off the rip, Eshawn.
Yeah, because I'm about to say it. So I set it off real quick. I said, I got my joints right here. Hold on, y'all know I've been drinking. So, number 1, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go backwards and say Eminem, Just the Two of Us. That's my number 5.
That's number 1 for 2 violent.
No, that's my number 5.
Violent song.
Number 5.
What was that song you had about Kim? So long, bitch.
Somebody else, yeah. I heard the Kim joint. I think Just the Two of Us, because if you think about it, he's talking about riding around with his baby mom in the trunk. And his daughter. He talking to his daughter about riding with his baby mama dead and dropping her off. That's pretty violent, bro. It's number 5 though, because it was number 4.
That was like a story. He never did it.
Hey, but
how many millions she get?
Hey, look.
He ain't drop her off nowhere. You know,
she died every album. He killed her like on damn near every album.
Number, hey, look,
but she got paid to get killed on every album.
Number 4.
He said she got paid to get killed on every album. Like, you're killing me.
And his mama.
I would keep getting money.
putting his daughters and them through top ranked colleges and all type of shit, man.
I got a question though. Is that not violent? Is it violent or not? We're talking about
violent. It is violent.
It's no more violent in the story sense when you talking about a movie.
It's just like
hold on.
Hold on.
With Eminem, I thought of it as a movie. You thought of that as entertainment because I knew.
Pause though. It's five of us. We gonna get it out real quick. You can talk about it, but let's get them out.
Oh, you want me to get 5 guys?
Hold on, pause.
Chris still going through his. Chris going through.
Yeah. So number 4 is Executioner Style Coogee Rap. It's not the most violent, but he be saying if you listen to it. I be listening to it with family now.
Like Rap has some violent songs, no doubt.
It was hot. It was violent. Killing Executioner Style. Hold on, pause, baby. Pause. You gonna get yours. I'm just put them out there and we can talk about it. 3, 1 less. NWA. 1 less. I gotta worry about.
Yeah,
that was pretty violent, bro. I'm just.
Well, NWA, that was what they was known for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They was the first huge artists who took it to that level, and we all loved them. But we were like, damn, they can talk about that. Okay.
But anybody who want to go back to any of these songs,
Ghetto Boy.
But I was just about to say number 2. Hold on. 2 is Bushwick Bill, Chucky.
Chucky is cold.
And the number 1 most violent song to me was Ghetto Boys, but also Bushwick Bill. The Mind of a Lunatic.
Mind of a Lunatic.
Jeez, and I know it word for word.
He slit the girl's.
Mind of a Lunatic. That's fake, man.
No, that's Ghetto Boys. Paranoid, sitting in the deep sweat, thinking I got somebody before the weekend. The sight of blood.
Oh yeah. Right.
Down in the corner, something to watch her bleed to death. I see the sounds of her last breath. Shouldn't have been around when I went all the way left. Come on, dog. That was crazy. You was in the right place with me at the wrong time. I'm a psychopath. I mean, that was crazy. It's us as kids listening to this. Like,
they always
but that's still our era had it too. Our era had it too, though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not dissing the young. I'm not dissing nobody because there's always going to be. Not to diss even Hammer, but I wasn't so much into Hammer back then as I am now.
Hammer was lit though.
So anybody who do dance music,
that's why he was lit. He was lit.
Every era has something.
You got a good list, man. You got a good list.
What you got?
Who next? Who got some violent songs?
Top 5.
I wouldn't be able to know. I wouldn't be able to know that. I don't know if I'd be able to know the names of the song. But I remember that Convict song, Dial a Crook.
Oh,
yes.
I remember what's my man name? He made that shit in Chicago, the drill music.
Chief Keef. 1,000 people.
Chief Keef.
I know, but Chief Keef started all that. You know what I mean?
One of his songs.
He the Godfather.
You don't think he started it?
No,
he started. Chief Keef started that whole smoking op pack, calling out, disrespecting the dead. He brought that to the forefront. Drill music was already doing it, but they were doing it amongst their community, sending the music to each other as threats, or promises. But Chief Keef brought it to the forefront. Like I said, he was the one that said, "I don't like to fight. I just rather hit him with the pipe." Which, like, he lets you know out the way. We're not even trying to do all that. We're shooting you.
What you said, D? Chief Keef.
Right. But I'm saying the confusion that it caused, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Behind what I'm saying is when I'm saying a violent song, it's like I can name you 1,000 violent songs that didn't make me go like when Spice one time I was shooting a motherfucker and sticking his finger in the hole, in the bullet hole. I'm not gonna do all that. Like, I'm dumping them out. You know what I'm saying? So what the thing that they're doing right now is a lot of these cats, though, they like to go to prison, man.
There are
no
violent songs for Gable and no, I'm just
what happened?
Think he likely to die. No, I'm just playing.
Right. Yeah, some of my music be violent, but I'm just saying it ain't make me say, well, look, man, I can't wait to get in this motherfucking jail cell, man. Like, let me go.
I'm about to do that.
I'm gonna tell you the actual. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the actual shit I just did, so I'm gonna get in this jail cell.
Right.
Like, what's up? Maybe for all my homies and shit, nigga trying to be in there with them.
Free all the guys. RIP all the guys.
Chuck D talk about going over the fence. I don't see everybody out here trying to take over prison right now when after they listen to public interviews.
Don't make no t-shirts to me, motherfucker, unless you get a real artist to do that bitch, make that bitch look sweet.
What about you, Blue Out?
Hey,
you got any super violent songs in your head?
I could give you my 5 artists because I can't remember all the titles of the song, but like my first one, like I said, Eshawn. That blew my mind as a kid.
Eshawn, yeah.
Brother Lynch Hung.
Definitely the craziest.
That's my dog.
I'm going back to our era when I say that too. When we talking about violent song, I'm going in our era when we was coming.
Yeah, because it's the shit you know. So you got
Eshawn, Brother Lynch Hung, fucking Flatliners crew. Them niggas was out their damn mind.
Flatliners, yeah.
and
Pump on my lap at all times.
Yeah. Volume 10.
Volume 10. I said back 10. Volume 10.
Who else? What is that?
That's wait a minute. Turn that light back on. Right now, you look like a. Wait a minute. I don't know.
What's up, y'all? What's going on?
What up, though?
What up, Dewan?
Hey,
what up, though? What's good?
What was them niggas in New York?
Grave diggers. Grave diggers too.
Grave diggers.
Honorable mention to Grave diggers.
Yeah, them too.
Grave diggers was a fake Flatliners crew though. Grave diggers was Wu-Tang turning into Flatliners low key, trying to talk. Right. But Flatliners did that first. They were the one that was on the satanic rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Before Wu-Tang started talking all these hooks and shit. With
that horror.
Who else you got, Blue Out? Who else?
Yeah. Who? So I gave Eshawn, Brother Lynch Hung, Flatliners. I got 2 more. Who's one of my other dudes that was crazy? From Detroit, Necro. Shit, he was saying was crazy.
Necro was great. Yeah,
I remember that, bro.
I gotta check that out. Okay.
Yeah, Necro saying some crazy shit. I think that's all I can think of. But as far as if you talking about this generation,
who you got? You got one more.
Whoever this generation, it don't matter what generation. One more. Then we got to pass.
Okay, these weird little niggas from Jacksonville, Florida. Their names are. These niggas' names is Youngin Ace, Waffle with the Chopper.
He said, wait. He said these weird little niggas.
They all got they look like weird evil little trolls. They got their hair like this was sticking up in wicks all over their head, like that Kodak Black shit.
Hey, man, we in a whole new world.
They have a song. They have a song that they remixed to Vanessa Carlton's. What's that song? If I could fly, if I thousand, that shit. They remixed it, and the song is called "Who I Smoke." And they're singing, they're rapping to that Vanessa Carlton song, and they're naming the niggas that they had beef with who got smoked in the street. So they're like, "Who I smoke."
So that's violent. That's violent in a real way because it's probably some shit gonna happen from that song.
Right. So those guys, yeah.
And we out here talking about it, right? So that means it didn't affect us like it's affecting them.
Yeah.
I mean, good though. Good. These niggas shooting videos and stepping on pictures of the ops, like at the gravesite. Like,
wow.
Listen. Let's jump right to DJ Juan. He been listening in. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Is hip hop too violent? And what's some of your most violent songs? You could be 5. It could be
5 most violent songs.
Damn, dog.
Hey, you're a DJ, so you know this shit like the back of your hand. So we just throwing it at you like that. We test your DJ skills.
We'll get both of the ones.
Nigga, I don't know if I can name 5. I probably have to name 50, bro. But
2 or 3 or 5.
I would have to say one of the ones that sticks out in my mind would probably have to be. It's kind of cliche. My mind's playing tricks on me.
That's whack, man.
He did say something.
Hey, matter of fact, joint by Eshawn called "Kill or Be Killed." It was off the Dead Flowers joint.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? How he was talking about he was running away from the cops and he shot a chick and the kid and the baby in the car and dumped on everybody. Who else, man? Damn, dog. That's a good question, man.
Hey, I'm gonna throw y'all a bone. And he just passed and rest in peace, but he used to say some wild stuff. DMX. And I just love when I did the whole crew was just another piece of the with the whole through. He said, I got blood on my said I got blood on my dick because I fucked the corpse.
I would have to say the most violent.
Hey, wait.
I would have to say.
Go back. Hey, Juwan, hey, hold on. That's be funny and shit. That's be funny free. You just rub wine the wrong way.
Oh, no, dog.
Juan done seen that shit. Juan done seen that shit live and direct, my nigga.
He's saying, shut up, man.
Corpse, my nigga. You done seen that live and direct in real life, nigga.
No, nigga. I ain't seen that.
I'm talking too much. Juan, I'm talking too much, dog. I'm sorry.
I ain't seen nothing like that, dog.
Right, Juan. Plead the fifth.
Hey, my nigga live occupation that he does had him see some shit like that because he told me, he was like, dog.
He works in that industry.
Dog.
You like, dog. The shit I saw.
I said, what you say? That nigga said, nothing. I walked out the room.
Yeah, they won't say, hey, this is on internet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They messing with my family.
What's another one, Juan? You got another one? Any other coming to your mind?
Man, you know what? The most I would probably say, if I did, it would probably be out the Esham Nodis. You know what I'm saying? Real life product family, man. You know what I'm saying? Out of Detroit, man. Because some boys used to spit some wild shit, dog.
I just want to intervene for 2 seconds because they were so ahead of their time, even though it was crazy. Because I was in like junior high or something like Esham, Nodis, and all that came out, and they were doing it on their own, independently. Like, bro. I think Death Row tried to sign Esham. He was like, "I'm good." Like I had already. They made so much money.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah. Few people tried to sign.
He was fucking with Eazy though. He was fighting for
Who
Eazy.
you got? Grand Wanye. Who on your mind when y'all say violence?
So I'm trying to stay on the same kind of vibe as y'all. It sounds like a lot of this stuff is like it's horror rap. You know what I'm saying? But to me, some of the regular real shit that happen out here every day, that's that violent shit to me. So I mean, Griselda, I think Griselda's. I mean, today down, they one of those violent groups. You know what I'm saying? With Conway and all them, they kill 1,000 niggas in there. Right. That's a permanent ad-lib because there's permanent ad-libs on every song. So
the AK is going on every single song, man.
Look, what them young niggas like now, Draco?
Yeah, Draco.
How could you not like a Draco? How could you not like a Draco? But anyway, go ahead, Juan. What
else? Outside of the Griselda cat, I mean, you got a lot of all these niggas to me. If you go with these niggas, the trap niggas, they kill 1,000 motherfuckers in their raps. I can't even think. You know what I'm saying? Little Baby, my cousin Baby. You know what I'm saying? The baby niggas, where these little baby niggas is, they kill 1,000 niggas in they raps.
You say all the babies. All the babies is killers.
What was that?
Somebody set up your beeper, man.
Somebody got a drill out. Somebody got a little body right now as we speak. DJ Juan is suspect because all the lights coming in and
out. But yeah, no, I would agree though with honest, you know, I still I met this bitch that ran game on the hoe.
What is that?
Man,
Let's talk about the most holiest.
Hey, somebody telling him to put a fucking vibrator on his mother.
I wasn't gonna say that. I don't know what that is. Like, hey man, what you doing, man?
Who
on the internet?
On the fucking
It sound like a drill. Like somebody in here talking about murder. Let's get
Somebody cutting up a body. Somebody
That's that drill music.
Right now.
Wait a minute, hold on.
That's that
I have
drill
no
music.
idea. I ain't seen
Why
nothing.
like,
I ain't heard nothing.
why looking like the police behind me?
Juan look like.
That nigga looking
I'm
like
sorry, Juan. No, wait a minute, dog. Don't roast my boy, man. That's my boy. He look like a serial killer. It do like a scary. It's like a video
Go ahead
game.
and start capping this shit down.
He got a sawzall taking
We just invented a new app.
body right now.
Yeah, cut up a body.
Hey, check out this video. This is probably the most violent video that I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Most violent.
Oh man, I might not want to see that. I remember this.
Your song.
Be hard.
Oh shit! Yeah, a lot of dark man.
Trying to do something to you. I will go right through you. Nightmares like Freddy. I think like Larry because I'm a cheat. Ain't a motherfucker on earth. Don't fuck over me.
You still working?
I'm crazy. You owe me to pay me. For them couple dollars, I had you pushing the daisies. That purple haze make me calm my nerves. Boy, I don't pop pills. That shit is for the birds. I'm old school, new school. Y'all weak, I know the rule. Front on me, I squeeze too. How you shitting like a stool? Faggots better stay in school. This is hardball. I treat them like bad hoes. I'm fucking all y'all. 100 mil.
Hey, you ain't seen what's little young boy? Look, little young boy, he was beefing with people.
Like Johnson and Johnson, you dig? The meanest, keenest.
I like that. I like that one, man. He kill everybody in that song. I like that. I like that song. That was my
meanest genius.
That was my most violent.
Y'all ain't seen that one with when Steve-O was beefing with the little young nigga Mozzie.
Who?
And he made a video. They had shot Mozzie had shot up video or something. They was beefing kind of hard, but Steve-O had made that song Body for Body. That was violent.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like they beefs be real, like really. A lot of
They be
shit I don't
really
even know why
going
they would even say it on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, would even say it. Like, if you got problems, you know, damn, don't put it on the internet for the whole world to see you trying to make yourself a martyr.
Much technology, baby. Niggas wanna make movies out this shit.
Right, I guess.
But some people
People
do
had this shit crazy.
Oh, I got one more complaint about the violent hip hop.
Go ahead. We want to hear.
These niggas and they gun sound effects. I'm not going nowhere with you if that's how your gun sound, cause we about to die. Nigga said, Grrr! That's what we doing for ad-libs now.
Hey, I hate to sound like that dude who be like, yo, I started that off, but y'all know even way back before 2000s, I had the brat. I think they got a hold of my ad-libs, bro.
That was way back when, huh?
The niggas wasn't doing that before.
He talk on TV crazy.
I had them the brat.
Panda, say Panda. What's
Oh yeah, Panda got it too. Panda.
Oh yeah,
Never heard that nigga talk for real.
Designer.
He be talking for real. He be like, what the fuck is that?
Hey, do y'all hear this, man? Hold on, pause.
It's a regular conversation, dog.
Hey,
I ain't going no with that nigga either.
Chewy used to be the fastest talking dude ever in the whole camp. Like Chewy would talk so fast you didn't know what he say. Now he coming on because Panda talk fast. Panda be hyped like him. I think Panda might be your son. Like you did go to New York around that time. How old is he? But he be talking. He be hyped.
Like, hey nigga, I don't know you.
But you be hyped like that too when you come over. When I used to bring you in the room, you be like, yeah, man. Niggas like, huh?
Yeah, but I ain't in there making bird calls. And, I ain't doing all that, nigga.
Hey, DJ Juan, they say what DJ Juan do.
Oh, Juan cut the camera.
Look, DJ Juan going to walk through the mansion, man. He been walking.
That nigga Juan been in every room in his house for
like 3 minutes.
Hey, no, that's smart though. That's smart though. That's another lesson we learned. Let everybody see you walking in your house and your address and all that. That's
man. Oh, on the lifestyles of the He like, yeah, come over here.
Hey, these niggas is
Come over
detectives.
here.
Like, is that a
He's right to my house yet, right here.
What's one of them houses you gotta break out of? You gotta get all the keys, dog, and break out of it. If you gotta figure out clues, what's it called?
Yeah, he was like, hold on, baby, hide that body. We on camera.
Hide that body. Oh yeah, he did cut that body. Hold on, they heard us cut the camera off.
Man.
Just go use the incinerator. I mean,
but I tell you, on my end, like sometimes I listen to a lot of Juan brought up Grizel. I listen to a lot of them, and sometimes I'm like, man, I can't listen to this that much. Like I listen to it a lot, and I listen to a lot of violent music. And I be switching that shit up sometimes because I just don't want to
drop your location.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
Drop an Addy and run them down.
One of the albums I listen to is how to settle down. I like that. That August Green. I listen to that August Green sometimes. Bring me back to my regular. Then I go back to some other. Steve
Lacey got some stuff like that.
I listen. I want to hear some hip hop that's not going to take me to violent places. You know, J. Cole, and I listen to Kendrick, or I listen to that August Green sometimes just to kind of bring me back into more, thinking about other shit and violent shit all the time.
I go to jazz, man. I go to soul.
No, get heels on the bit.
I listen to a lot of jazz.
Jazz and soul, though, for real. If I'm not trying to do that, if I'm listening to hip hop, that's how I'm trying to feel. Let's be real, honest. And it does. I mean, there are people who will put on. I guess if I was really gonna do something ignorant, and I might put on something ignorant to, so I can see that effect. But I'm gonna listen to jazz.
No tight jeans.
Soul,
I ain't putting on no dresses. I ain't putting on none of this new shit.
No.
You had on some slims when I saw you too. You was wearing some slims, nigga. I saw you in them tight ankles. The tight ankles when I was on the D's and Dogs. You had it on the Adidas tight ankle pants.
Hey, here's a roaster, dog. Don't get started.
That nigga said, "Wait a minute."
Oh, look at DJ Juan spot. He went up to we gotta have DJ Juan take us out with an old school violent mix before it's all said and done.
This is how the lab look, y'all.
It was all for a reason, fellas.
Hey, he wanted to show off that lab, didn't he?
I ain't mad at you. I salute that, brother. It was all worth it.
This nigga got the disco ball in his shit.
Hey, man, it was a party to me. That's hot.
I gotta keep it funky, baby.
Let me see.
He sound like a Dexter, the serial killer. You know, when you kidnap the person and be talking like, hello, so they can't recognize the voice. Hey, turn the serial killer voice box off. Hey, D Nasty says it's a party around here.
Hey, Juan, that bitch nice, baby. Damn, okay.
He got the light effects and lasers.
Like I wanted, but
he got his album on the wall. Like,
hey, you need your mic. You probably need a mic, bro.
We at 112. We go bounce off, but it's good hearing everybody's thoughts. But at the same time, listen.
Nobody leave. Don't leave.
Everybody stay on. Don't leave. We just go cut the stream. But it's good hearing everybody's thoughts on this hip hop. Always, I like the music, but switch it up sometime. Get some variety in it. I love what Juan said. It's a lot of formulas going on, and then what Blue Out was saying too, with the desensitization of it. You listen to that shit, you get desensitized at some point. It's the music now, and it's been the music for a long time. But at the same time, you need some variety in your shit. Any last words on anybody else?
Yeah, one more thing I want to say on a positive note about these young artists. Like you mentioned the J. Cole, the Kendricks. I love the Joey Badass, those type of guys. I wanted to say that aside from all of that, hip hop and whatever state it's in, violent or not, the most important factor for me about, again, with these kids is that they are at least finding to make use of the industry to the advantage, and I applaud them for that. I don't want to be the old guy, the grumpy old rapper that's like, that niggas ain't doing how we did it. It ain't that, you know what I'm saying? But it is, you know, I pay attention, you know what I'm saying?
Have some responsibility.
I want them to be able to plant some seeds that can grow from what they leave behind, you know what I'm saying? So that, you know, the next generation ain't all fucking drilled out and, you know, that's all that is.
No, let me tell y'all my opinion on it. Let me tell y'all about violent rap, hip hop, all this violent killing you. Man, that shit is fun, bro. That's what I put in the car. Turn up. Keep it up. I'm just saying, people stop taking it so seriously. If you sad and you feel like you upset with your family and wife, don't put on Bushwick Bill.
Hey, but look,
Put on something happy. Put on Earth, Wind and Fire, nigga. Uplift
Yo, you saw
are y'all hip to Benny the Butcher? Benny the Butcher?
You saw
Benny, all of that hot. I love it.
He young boy, he hot though.
Huh?
Benny the Butcher.
I love just again, if I'm not putting it on.
Peace out, yo.